Hello everyone, welcome back to MJ Education. Let's continue from page number 7. Today we're going to deal with page number 8, 9 and 10. How can you search my channel on YouTube? You first have to write your class and then you're going to write your chapter name, which is Reflection of Light, SCERT, Physical Science by MJ Education. By MJ Education, you have to write for sure, okay? And then your page number for your convenience. So this is how page number 7 looks like. We've already done table 2 in my previous video. We're going to deal with ray diagram in this video, and yes, this so in activity 2, if you remember, sun rays are parallel to the axis. Yes, this is what I've taught, and the concave mirror makes them meet at one point, which is called as the focal length. If you see figure 4, every ray is meeting at one point, which is focal length, focal point. Okay, now the trick for any object is, now we have to pick one point on the candle and draw just two specific rays. As shown in figure 7, we need to draw two specific rays when the reflected rays meet in the image. Now here they are meeting at one point, which is A. Okay, bonus third ray also you can draw from through the center of the curvature, but it will reflect back to itself. Okay, extending the reflected ray, the intersection is the tip of the image and the rest of the candle follows. Now this is A and this is B. Now moving to, yes, we need to now check table 2. Okay, this is which is on this page only, and it is in my previous video. If you want the detailed explanation of this, it's in my previous video. When the candle is beyond C, ray meet between F and C. At C, they meet at C. When it is between F and C, they meet beyond C. Just big, inverted, and real. At F, the reflected rays become parallel and no screen image is formed. Between mirror and F, the reflected rays diverge, extend them backward behind the mirror. Okay, and then they will be big, erect, and virtual. That is the whole method. Okay, two rays, find the meeting point, read for its size, orientation, whether it is real or virtual. Moving to page 8. This is how the page looks like. And Urdu medium and Telugu medium, it is page number 16. So what are we going to do in this page is we're going to find out why the image is sharp only at A. And we're going to make it easy also. Okay. In figure 7, we saw that two rays from the candle tip meet at point A. Why only at A? If you hold the paper at B, before or beyond A, the two rays hit different spot on the paper. So you get overlapping or blurred image. Okay. And slide the paper to A and both rays land at the same point. At B, it is blurred. And at A, it is sharp image. And move forward or backward, it's blurred again. That's exactly what you saw with the sun experiment. Moving the angle from each random ray is tedious. Finding the normal each time, you can do this. I is equal to R. And you remember the sun experiment in my previous video? So this is from the sun experiment. Okay, and I'm repeating for the second time. This is figure 8. I'll be explaining in the other slide what figure 8 is and how we going to find out the reflected ray in figure 8. So in R1, in figure 8, from the tip, when you draw it parallel to the principal axis. So here if you see, it's much more clear. When ray R1 is parallel to the principal axis, okay, it reflects and then it passes through F, which is easy and reliable. Okay, the rule is simple. When it is parallel through the principal axis, it reflects through F. It is easy and reliable. Ray 2 also, this is for the only information purpose. Ray 2 is not mentioned over here. Okay, do the converse. Draw a ray through F from the tip. Okay, now as I've said earlier, it is reflecting R1 and it is parallel to the principal axis. And then You can draw another ray also, which is from C, which is optional. Okay, it hit the mirror normally and reflect back to itself. That's it. It is reflecting back to itself. Now, one thing you need to remember is when the two reflected rays intersect at A, the tip of the image, the rest of the candle follows the same pattern, so you don't have to chase the arbitrary angles. These two special rays give you the exact image located fast. Turning to page 9, this is how the page looks like in your Urdu medium or Telugu medium or English medium book. And in Urdu medium and Telugu medium, it's on page number 18. This page shows the 3 standard rays used to draw image in concave mirror. Now, if you see in this image, which is figure 9, a ray from the candle tip that passes through the focus. It is passing through the focus before hitting the mirror. After reflection, it goes parallel to the principal axis, as you can see. Okay. Now this is being parallel to the principal axis. Now again, continuing on page number 9, figure 10, we have, if you see closely, the line from C to the mirror is the normal. Okay, and it is perpendicular to the surface, so this ray hit along the normal and retrace its path back on itself. Okay, so the earlier ray R1 is not shown in the text here, is a usual parallel in through F out. Okay, and it is parallel in through F, it is out. Over here we have pole ray also. You know what is pole ray? A pole ray that hits the pole P using the principal axis as its normal and reflect with equal angles. Now figure 11 seems to be impossible, but it's quite easy. Using these rays, which ray R1 and R2 from the tip of the candle placed beyond C, the reflected ray intersect at point A. Okay, here they are intersecting at point A, which is between F and C and below the axis. Okay, this gives a real inverted diminished image. Okay, now if you see over here, okay, now if you see from beneath the angle, beneath the candle, from the end of the candle, we will draw another ray R1 and R2. Okay, here I represented with blue color. At here, it will again intersect at B. Okay, the bottom of the candle lies on the axis, so its image is also on the axis. In short, draw 2 or 3 of these rays from the top to the bottom. Where they meet after reflection is where the top of the image is formed. Now BA is what? BA is the image. Now turning to page number 10, this is how your page looks like in Urdu medium and Telugu medium. It is page number 19. Concave mirror image. Now this is what I'm going to make easy for you. Now imagine holding a spoon near your face. What will you see? You're going to see an inverted image. Okay. Now you need to draw 3 rays. One rule of the base that all you need to draw an concave mirror image. So here, let's just revise what is C. C is center of curvature, P is pole, F is focus, and then C is the center. We will find where the tip is formed and where the base is formed. Okay, now for the tip of the candle, what are we going to do is, we're going to need 2 rays, which is R1 and R2. When it is coming in, which is parallel in principle, which is parallel to the principal axis, it will go out through F. Okay, and when it is coming through F in, then it will go out parallel to the principal axis. Okay, this process at A beyond the axis between F and C, so the tip image is real and inverted. Now what about the base? Base sits on the principal axis. Any ray that travels along the axis reflects back along the axis. So the base image must also be on the axis. Okay, the distance from PB is equal to PA. So the image is vertical and inverted. Okay, So distance between PB is equal to PA, and the image is vertical and inverted. One trick you can remember is base on axis is equal to image base is also on axis. Okay, the on-screen image, what will happen to the on-screen image? Candle is between P and F along with the distance less than F. You need to refer this with diagram A for clear understanding. Okay, now parallel in through F out, we know this. Okay, now on the same page we have figure 13. Now the candle is between P and F, the object distance is less than F. Now there are two rays. Okay, ray 1, which is parallel in through F out, we know this from the beginning itself. Now what about through C? Can it pass through C? It can't, because C is behind the object. Now use the ray to pole reflect symmetrically. The reflected ray diverge, no meeting in front, and extend them behind the mirror. They meet a vertically upright, and which is magnified image. Okay, now the trick to remember is inside F is equal to inside F it is virtual because it is not seen, and then it is behind the mirror, it is erect and big. Okay, the reflected rays diverge, no meeting it in the front, extend them behind the mirror, they meet virtually upright and magnified. Okay, this is all we have to remember, and it is clearly mentioned and labeled over here. Now walking down through the memory lane, you can easily remember it with the initial words B, C and C, F and F. Now the B, for the first B, stand for beyond C, image, how will be the image. For the first C of the cats, C at C, and the image at C. Now the second C is between F and C. The F is for at F. The other F is for inside F. So you can remember this as big cats chase fast food. So it will be easy for you to remember, and you can also make a small stick notes with this information provided, and you can stick it in your room for easily understanding and memorizing the concept. And at the last, I will also provide you people with some cheat charts, so it will be very handy for remembering the concept. This is how the cheat charts look like. So I would like you students to like, share and comment the video and share it among your friends so they can also understand the concept easily. Thank you.